New information on a U.S. Border Patrol agent killed in the line of duty. The FBI confirms one of the two people in the car the agent stopped is a German national who was in the U.S. on a current visa. That person was killed. There was one other person injured in the shootout. They are being treated at a nearby hospital. Fox 44's Matt Holderman shares the latest.
I want to start by addressing the tragic situation yesterday in Coventry, which resulted in the tragic loss of a Border Patrol agent.
Vermont Governor Phil Scott opening his weekly news conference Tuesday on a sad note, officially naming the U.S. Border Patrol agent who was shot and killed in Coventry on Monday. 44-year-old K-9 officer David Chris Mayland, an Air Force veteran who'd been with Border Patrol for nearly a decade. The Associated Press sharing these new photos of Agent Mayland Tuesday night, one in which he is accompanied by his K-9 companion, Cora.
I want to extend my heartfelt condolences to Agent Mayland's family, friends, and colleagues.
Tuesday evening, the FBI released new info on one of two suspected shooters, saying, quote, "Our partners at the Department of Homeland Security have confirmed the deceased subject is a German national in the U.S. on a current visa. We will not be releasing the identification of either suspect at this time." Officials say this all started with Agent Mayland conducting a traffic stop on Interstate 91 around 3:15 Monday afternoon, leading to an exchange of gunfire between him and two people in the pulled-over car, as well as possibly other law enforcement officials. In the 24 hours following Mayland's death, police departments around the Northeast shared messages of heartbreak across social media, some including a picture of Mayland. Certain departments, including police in Rindge, New Hampshire, also noted that Mayland is tragically survived by a wife and two children. In addition to sharing early information Tuesday, Governor Scott acknowledged an increasing need for help in Border Patrol's Swanton sector, which covers all of Vermont's border with Canada.
I think there is a need for more resources. They certainly have suggested that. So hopefully they will get the support they need, the federal support.
On top of that, the governor gave a message to the media, directing outlets to only report on info that's been confirmed by officials and to not exaggerate or fabricate any details.
Do your part and only report on the facts, not based on speculation, assumptions, or something some other media source has already misreported. I think it could lead to, a lot of unrest, and we just don't need that right now. We can't live in chaos for the next 4 years.
We will continue bringing you official updates on this story as we get them. In Montpelier, Matt Holderman, Fox 44 News.